Hey everyone, I'm Xoonani. Welcome to my Inktober prep video. I will speak about the supplies I will use and why, and I will fill a sketchbook spread with you, also creating my own Inktober prompt list on this spread. So let's get started. First we will talk about the supplies. I will use my Ohuhu mixed media sketchpad this year because of a few reasons. First of all, it holds a lot of medias. I tried all of my favorite medias in here and all of them work very good. I had a lot of ideas for Inktober this year, painting on separate little cardboards or watercolor squares. But in the end, the sketchbook seems to be the right decision because then I have it all together in here and I can easily rip these pages out in the end to frame them if I want to. And also alcohol markers work good in here, and my secret wish was perhaps not as secret anymore now, to improve my alcohol marker skills in these 31 days. But because I know myself very good, I wanted a paper which is good for every media, so if I change my mind, I'm not blocked in between. Then I will use this sketchbook, which is always in my bag if I'm going out for sketches and little thumbnails. This will help me every day to visualize my ideas before I'm working with colors. All of these little thumbnails led me to a final painting in the end. I recommend doing this, especially if you don't know how to start with a prompt or if you have to draw and practice something before your final sketch. Then let's have a look at the art supplies I will use. First, of course, alcohol markers. I really want to try to use them in this challenge a bit more. I have this pastel tone set from Ohuhu and I use them almost never because I have so much respect for working with them. I don't know why. I want to change that. And then if I'm not in the mood or just want to have a good time, or if it's hard for me to start, I will use watercolors. This is my most used and comfort medium right now. I'm afraid this could be the medium I will use most during Inktober. What also would be okay, I don't want to restrict myself too much. It's hard enough to draw or paint something every day a whole month. I have a lot of different watercolor brands here and I will try to use them all to also discover the differences if I use them all on the same paper. I'm very excited and I'm looking forward to show you all my results after Inktober and that I can tell you what I've learned about them. I will also use gouache if I want to, the Kuretake, so as the Mijello Gouaches are kind of a hybrid paint between watercolors and gouache. So this will be also interesting and fun. And on top of all of these, I will use colored pencils like I always do, any brand. And for the days where I want to go wild and I feel experimentative, I will get out my mixed media kit. This means I will create a colorful background with these awesome fat crayon lipsticks, which I have in a lot of colors. Then I will use my Neocolor too, which lay down on top so nicely and they are opaque and you can also use them with water. Then I will use all kinds of markers, the aqua markers, perhaps also for the backgrounds, acrylic markers and ink markers on top for details. And here I will feel completely free to use and try out everything together what I want. Yeah, that's it. So these are the supplies I plan to use. I know it's almost everything, but I want to listen to my mood every day, so this is the best way for me to make it through these 31 days. I hope I will succeed. This year, the official prompt list doesn't speak to me. There's no magic, no fantasy. So as all the years before, I have to say, I think I never joined the official list completely. This year I decided, after I had a look on all kinds of Inktober prompt lists, to create my own prompt list. Now you can watch me creating the artwork of my prompt list while I'm talking about my past Inktober experiences, which were more and less successful, and other perhaps helpful thoughts about Inktober and drawing challenges like this. I'm working here in my Etchr Lab sketchbook, which has hot pressed 100% cotton paper. I will also fill the left page, and I will use my Schmincke watercolors and a pit ink pen in the end. And also a Sakura gel pen. I will also fill the left page with a little artwork because it looks nicer if the whole spread is filled and fits together somehow. So last week I made some polls on YouTube, Instagram and my Patreon. How I could call my own Inktober prompt list, and the winner was Xoontober. I thought about magical, witchy prompts. Also, most of them are in my comfort zone, so I hope these prompts will help me to draw a paint on 31 days and I will succeed in the end. But I made a rule for Xoontober, which is a very good rule. Always have fun and no pressure. There will come days where I'm very tired, or me or perhaps one of my kids could become sick. These days happen. This is life. Then I won't force me to sit down and paint. And you also shouldn't if you are planning to join Inktober. What prompt list ever you would like to join. Fun is the most important thing. It's not so easy to draw every day for a month, and I know what I'm talking about because last year I challenged me with a 100-day project. This means making art 100 days in a row every day. I made a few videos about this, I will link them for you. I joined Inktober 3 times until now. I think 2019 I picked the prompts from several lists. I chose the prompts which inspired me most every day, also from the official list. This was fun and I made it through all 31 days. I worked only on my iPad and used Procreate for this, only black and white. I was very inspired from the art of the ancient Maya to this time, so you can see this influenced me a lot in these pieces. I think 2021 I wanted to join Inktober again and made my own prompt list. I was obsessed of drawing insects and little animals which are overgrown with something else, plants and mushrooms and stuff. I was not able to draw every day, but I created a lot of artworks during this Inktober, also digital on Procreate. This was a fun Inktober time, but I remember also a bit of stress. Then my absolute favorite Inktober until now was 2022. I joined a very magical prompt list where you had to create a character and a story in this month. There was only a prompt every 3 days, so you had not to draw every day. What was good for me, to this time, but I filled an A4 spread for every prompt, and this was so much fun. I mainly used watercolors and liners and colored pencils for this Inktober, and I love every spread. There's a whole playlist, I will link it for you. I guess these videos could inspire you for your own Inktober challenge this year. I thought about to join this list again because it's a very good one and a very fun one, and also to continue Pio's story this October, but I wanted more variety of possibilities this year, to be more free. I feel I have never enough time right now, so this will be a bit easier to make it with Xoontober, I hope. I'm a bit late for an own prompt list, but perhaps you thought about joining Inktober this year and you don't like the official list perhaps, and perhaps you haven't found a prompt list yet which speaks to you, which inspires you, then probably you would like my Xoontober list. So feel free to join me if you would like. This would be awesome. I will post everything on Instagram every day, all my daily results, and if you join me here and there, tag me in your post. Also use the hashtag Xoontober so I can see your artwork, and then I will share them in my stories. It would be so nice to see your Xoontober artworks. Now I will tell you a few reasons why it is probably good for you to join Inktober, or why it's a good idea to join any other art challenge in general. First, an art challenge, especially like the Inktober challenge, is a nice way to connect to other artists on Instagram. We are all in this together. We comment and like each other's artworks and posts. We share each other's artworks. During Inktober, this happens much more than on any other time on this platform. It is awesome that we all are creative together. If you think about this, no matter where you come from, so we can feel closer every year to the same time. Then second good reason to join an art challenge is if you draw or paint every day. Seems hard at the first moment, but it improves your skill a lot and your imagination. Even if you only draw little loose sketches, you will come to new ideas. Think outside your little box or your comfort zone. It also can help you out of an art block, or it just helps you to actually start drawing because you feel you have to with Inktober, or this is your reason to start. You can experiment with your supplies, or you can improve one special media you want to use more. And in the end, you have a lot of nice artworks or sketches which you can be proud of, and you can reuse these ideas for something else. Or you can use Inktober to fill a sketchbook in a short time with a lot of ideas. I always felt a big growth after every art challenge I joined, and I always was proud of myself and liked to look at all of my artworks in the end, even if I wasn't able to draw every day or stopped before the end because I lost my motivation. Every artwork, every sketching minute is a precious minute with yourself and your creativity, for your brain, and this brings you forward. So I think this is all I have to say about Inktober and art challenges. My artwork is also almost done. I hope you like to watch the process. I'm really happy with it in the end, and I can't wait to start with the first prompt on October the 1st. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and write your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear what you think about Inktober and if you will join this year. A big thank you also to my patrons for your support. Then see you next time, my friends, or on Instagram during Inktober time, and have an awesome week. Yours Xoonani.